In this module, we'll cover both cause-related marketing and green marketing. They're both ethical marketing issues. And let's go ahead and start with cause-related marketing. Now, this is where both for-profit and nonprofit organizations cooperate to generate funds. And in 2016, this generated about $7 billion. But there's lots and lots of people doing this. Too many causes lead to customer cause fatigue. Now, this is something that has gotten a lot bigger more recently, but it has been around for a long time. For example, Orange Crush, there's a vintage ad for Orange Crush. Orange Crush for years and years and years ran a student writing contest where they would award cash prizes and scholarships for winners of their student writing contest. They tied education into trying to sell more Orange Crush to students. Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies, there's a vintage ad for them. They've been around since 1917. Of course, they're updated now with lots of new products, Thin Mints and Do-si-dos and so on. But they've been around for more than 100 years now, since 1917. Of course, this begs the question: wait, is that cause-related marketing, or is that a fundraising marketing channel? Because at some point, it's kind of semantics. Now, for example, the candy industry, they use fundraising as an important channel. So all the major candy companies, Hershey's, M&M, Mars, Nestle, all the candy companies use fundraising as a channel. Now, again, real quickly, what is a channel? Well, for candy products, where do they sell their products? They sell them in supermarkets, mass merchandiser stores like Wal-Mart, drug stores, convenience stores like 7-Eleven, obviously movie theaters, candy stores, although there aren't all that many of those left anymore, and fundraising. When I was with Nestle Foods, we got about 4% of our U.S. sales from fundraising channels. So at some point, there can be a little bit of a discussion. Wait, is that cause-related marketing, or is that a fundraising channel? For example, here's Applebee's. Enjoy a short stack for a tall cause. And this was when they were working with the Relay for Life people. But here's Applebee's, same thing, different cause. Applebee's short stacks for a tall cause. You're invited to a flapjack fundraiser breakfast to support Best Buddies Broward. And there's the address for Best Buddies Broward. And if you look closely at the bottom of the ad, to host a flapjack fundraiser for your organization, visit blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is definitely a fundraising channel. Cause-related marketing, oftentimes there are multiple companies that jump on the bandwagon, if you will. One of the biggest examples of cause-related marketing is tied to breast cancer awareness. Here's the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, presented by YoPlay. Lots of people tying into this. KFC, Buckets for the Cure, the pink buckets. Campbell chicken noodle soup, for limited time, comes out with the pink cans with the pink ribbons. If you're a baseball fan, you've probably seen Major League Baseball, lots of the players using pink bats on one weekend to try to raise awareness and money. In the NFL, sometimes they do that with pink socks and shoes, and so on. Cause-related marketing, it's very, very big, but it's controversial. Lots of people think that it's exploiting causes for commercial gain. Okay, let's go ahead and shift gears and talk about green marketing. And we'll start with our definition of green marketing. Green marketing is the development and marketing of products designed to minimize negative effects on the environment or improve the environment. They're environmentally aware customers pay more for products. Companies try to educate customers of the environmental benefits. One of my old companies, Clorox, has products. You don't have to compromise on clean to be green. Clorox Green Works all-purpose cleaner. A major player in green marketing is, and we've already talked about them several times, Wal-Mart. Walmart is pushing their suppliers to be green. They're trying to be green in all of their practices. Walmart has embraced green marketing in a big way. Lots of people historically have thought that this is a bunch of lip service, but more and more people are seeing it as a very, very legitimate effort. 7 reasons Walmart has given me hope about green marketing. This from one of the leading proponents of green marketing. The Wall Street Journal, Walmart's Green Initiative Status Report. Chairman Michael Duke on why the retailer's detergent bottles got smaller and what remains to be done. Very, very major effort. In fact, suppliers are graded on their products' eco-friendliness. Walmart buyers' bonus is impacted positively for eco-friendly products, negatively for those that aren't. Walmart merchandisers' bonus is impacted. Of course, I have to point out that green marketing is a two-way street. It's got to be from both businesses and consumers. You know, you'll never hear a consumer say, I'm not interested in protecting the environment. You'll never ever hear anybody say that. But look at some of the products they use. Disposable diapers, one of the most ungreen products out there, very, very environmentally unfriendly. If you want to look at cloth versus disposable, the statistics are pretty damning. Here's a graph that shows cloth versus disposable. Cloth is in yellow, disposable is in first blue, and then blue and red. Everything was cloth back in 1959 because disposables weren't around until then. But it didn't take more than 3 years for disposables, in this case only Pampers, they were the first one to completely replace, not completely replace, to exceed cloth. You see the lines intersect there back in 1962. And then by 1970, cloth had gone down to almost zero and pretty much stayed down there. People won't use cloth diapers because they're just not as convenient as disposables, even though disposables are very, very unfriendly from an environmental standpoint. Very, very negative, a product from the standpoint of the environment. Now, I mentioned that some companies are paying lip service to green marketing. That term is often referred to as greenwashing. Greenwashing is promoting the perception that an organization's products, aims, or policies are environmentally friendly, even when they're not. They spend more on promoting what they're doing than actually doing it. Here was a study that showed that almost 5,000 green products in the U.S. and Canada were surveyed, and 95% of them were guilty of some form of greenwashing. I think that might be a little bit misleading. It's just that people tend to latch on to kind of over-promising, if you will. And here's where, that greenwashing comes in. Lots of companies are guilty of using fluffy language. Words or terms with no clear meaning, such as eco-friendly. A lot of times they've got so-called green products, even though the company has practices that maybe are not so environmentally friendly. A lot of times they use suggestive pictures that indicate a green impact when it's not necessarily so. Lots of times they make irrelevant claims emphasizing one tiny little green attribute, even when everything else is ungreen, and so on. Greenwashing definitely is going on, but more and more and more companies are making a very conscious effort to be more environmentally friendly. Green marketing is definitely on the rise.